Frack and French show is gonna start and break. Oh, I can't stop dancing tonight, night, night.
Oh, Frack, here we go again. Talking about the 90s, 2000s for the win. You already know nostalgia is my kin. Now listen up and tune in.
We can't stop dancing tonight, night, night.
Yeah,
We don't stop dancing tonight, night, night.
you already know.
The Frack and French show.
Who?
The Frack and French show.
All right, let's get to the show. Hey guys, welcome to the Frack and Friends show. My name is Caleb. Those who know me pretty much from this entire thing, it's Frack, and this is Denise. And
Hey,
who is
guys.
she? She's the only person that's been on here multiple times, nonstop.
You can't get rid of me now.
Look, every time we say goodbye, she just keeps coming back.
What's going on, my dude? How you been?
Everything is good. You know, it's holiday season. You know, we had to skip out last week because I wasn't feeling too the best or even the greatest whatsoever. But
Yeah.
it is holiday season. We're crazy busy. We're kind of running back and forth. You know, running up the hill. 80s reference there. You know, gotta put some 80s in it every few episodes. You know, because this is a 90s and 2000s show. But what about you, Denise? What's been going on?
I've been chilling, man. Also busy, like you said. It's definitely the holiday season. For those of you who don't know or don't follow me, I actually also host trivia at my brewery. So I've been just invested in kind of that and getting my name out there as well over in these parts. Over here in Charlotte, North Carolina. But yeah, other than that, I'm really happy this week that I get to finally chill. I don't have my daytime job. So I am like maxing and relaxing right now, dude. Like no rush in my blood right now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I saw you did a 90s trivia.
I did do a 90s trivia. I plan on doing another one here soon. I've been really about the decades. I did an 80s, all-out 80s trivia before then. I think probably in the new year, I'll probably do a 2000s trivia. I can't believe it's already 2023 or about to be 2023, dude.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of, we were talking about this
insane.
morning, how fast December is going. I mean, it's been just, you know, from December 2nd to December 19th already. And I'm like, what's, you know, where's the time go, you know?
Like this whole month has been a blur of just things.
Yeah. I'm just trying to go to bed early.
Doing either. Like nothing's been happening, but everything's been happening at the same time.
And I mean, when it comes down to it, it's just nonstop. But to us, like you said, nothing. Like even for me, don't ask me what I've been doing the last 10 days. I don't remember. I mean, I just don't.
Like really,
remember.
What have I been doing? I'm trying to think about like. Nah, it's been a lot of holiday themed stuff around here, so it's just been like a blur for reals. Though I'm excited to finally settle down. Do you have a pretty mellow week this week?
It seems like it, but you know, my weeks are so unpredictable. Like today, I think I'm gonna go. By the way, today is 12/19/2022, not 2023, but that'll be next year. But so yeah, today I'm gonna probably go out of town and go eat some kind of good food somewhere with my uncle, and because tomorrow I have to start back on my low carb kind of deal I've been doing. Not that I've been doing like anything crazy, but you know, every few days I'll indulge in something. But and the sad thing is, like I tell you all the time, like I just don't care. Like whenever I eat something I'm not supposed to, or you know, something not good for me, I just don't care for it. It's always disappointing. And so I like to go out of town and go to places that I know won't disappoint me. So you know,
what's the nearest like town that you go to typically?
Typically I just go to New Orleans, you know, honestly, and that's not near. That's an hour and 45 minutes away, or you know, about an hour and 10, but it just depends on what section you go to. But typically for non-disappointing food, I just go all the way to New Orleans. and or either that or go to Homa, which is like 30 minutes away, and just go to Sam's Club and get that dollar sliced pizza.
Dude, shout out to New Orleans, man. We were just
Yeah.
before this recording, Frack and I were just talking about when I visit my good friend Frack, how important it's going to be for food to be a big part of that trip.
Yes.
I'm excited to actually like do New Orleans and do Louisiana whenever I go and see you, man.
You
It's
can
gonna be
do
a good
New
time.
Orleans in so many ways when it comes down to like things that are happening there. We'll if we have time, we can go to the World War II Museum, which takes about 10 hours to cover the entire thing.
Oh,
It's more,
I
it's
lived in
incredible.
I lived in DC for a while, and we actually had the Holocaust Museum over there. And
Oh,
although it is very sad,
yeah.
guys, it is one of the most important museums that has ever been existent. Like, it is
I've always
so
wanted to
incredible
go.
to see. It's incredible to see, man. It's incredible to
Oh,
see for sure.
I know it's really hard, and with this museum is they keep adding more to it, but it's a very large museum, and they say it go from the second they open to 6 p.m. when they close, because it does take all day. And a lot of people, if you don't finish it in a day, you can get a readmittance pass for like I think like $10 for the next day
That's
or
pretty cool,
something.
though.
Yeah, and I mean, and then of course, we got the great New Orleans, food, and the Cajun, the Creole, and different Oles, food, and like we have talked about, gumbo and fried fish and fried shrimp and beignets, and it's people are like, what is all this? I've never heard of this, but
I'm
it's
totally
really
down to
good.
try it. I'm such a foodie too. I love
Yeah.
going and trying new foods. There's very rarely will there be a time where I'm like, no, I won't.
Yeah.
I won't do that. I am really down to try almost anything, I'm pretty sure.
It's really, really good. So yeah, we have a lot of great things coming 2023. Denise will be visiting me, and we'll be hanging out, and she'll probably never go back home,
I
I mean,
I will be from then on living with Frack, and we won't have to do this like this anymore.
and we'll actually do some episodes, man. We could probably do
Sure,
even a live episode because I
we
got that
can.
1 GB per second internet.
Endless possibilities though for this upcoming year, man. I'm
Yeah,
super excited, and I can't believe the holidays have already been here, man,
yeah,
and
and I
are
mean,
here.
yeah, just in what 6 days will be Christmas, and this episode's going to be released on Tuesday because we're going to have just a crazy week, and we want
Yeah.
people to kind of watch this and enjoy it. But I want to go ahead and just kind of start off with, like, since it's Christmas time, I figured it would be very appropriate to talk about 90s and 2000s Christmas memories, movies, the music. And of course, we can always first spin it off with movies, because that's such a big part of our lives, and
Very much
it was
so.
a really huge part of my life growing up. Just I've always appreciated film and appreciated movies, but one thing the opening of this I want to start off with is, I don't like Hallmark or Lifetime movies.
Oh, that's the furthest thing from where we're going here. I
I
don't think
just
never have I ever seen a Hallmark movie, I think all the way through. I don't think
I've
that
never.
that's ever been a thing for me.
It's always really crazy how people I said Lifetime, but really it's Hallmark.
Yeah.
Hallmark, it's always the same plot. Girl moves to back home after her boyfriend cheats on her and finds this other guy, falls in love in the end. It's always the same
And they're always
thing.
super cringy too. It's like,
Yeah.
God, they couldn't get like a better actress to do what's going on.
Yeah, where's George Clooney?
I I will say I think growing up though, I'm pretty sure Home Alone was probably my favorite one
Mm.
to go ham on and always watch.
See, I must have seen that going to stores and such about 20 times in the last 4 days, probably. Home Alone is playing on every channel right now. As you guys know, it is probably the #1 Christmas movie of all time. I have to say that. And Macaulay Culkin, he is still around. He just had I think he had a son with Brenda Song,
Yeah.
with from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, and Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior. Dude, I know
They're like
everything.
90s and 2000s icons, man. I can't
Yeah,
believe when I found out that they were dating, I was like, wow,
and
amazing.
it is, and he, and especially his career, especially as a child. I mean, it was just banger after banger for us,
Yeah.
but Home Alone is such a huge, it's just iconic. And
Oh yeah.
my question for you is, what makes it iconic? What makes it continue for generation to generation the way it has?
Dude, I really don't know. I was trying to figure that out the other day when I was watching it.
Me
I
too.
just remember it encompassing so much of what it meant to be a child and to
Wow.
be like, I feel like especially him getting that mac and cheese and like milk for dinner right
Oh,
before the crooks come and do it. I feel like that's just like such a wholesome kid thing to do. It encompassed, just like I said, the 90s so much, that had that walkie, that what's it called?
oh yeah,
Talk
yeah, yeah.
Boy. He had the
Hmm.
Talk Boy, and I remember my brothers having that, and it was
Wow.
so cool to like just play with. It was just a 90s staple. Joe
Yeah,
Pesci is in it,
yeah.
Daniel Stern, like Catherine O'Hara.
Oh
Everyone
yes.
really made that movie iconic. I think it just stands the test of time for some reason. I feel like every
Yeah.
kid imagines what it feels like to be alone as well, like
Mm.
Home Alone.
Well, I mean, kids today don't have to imagine; they're just left alone.
It is a different
So
time period now.
they are living our dream. Because when I was young, no one left me and went to Paris, or or anything like that, and said, Kevin. No one ever said, Caleb. I was just brought everywhere, and I don't remember ever staying home alone. So I didn't get to live that life and that dream you and so many other people, including myself, kind of dreamed of. But I imagine it would be very fun,
It
and
was. It
you
was.
know.
But there was always that like kind of idea in the back of your mind that like, oh, somebody could break in at any second, man. Like
Yeah.
I feel like 90s are also a good time because cell phones weren't a thing, so it wasn't as easy as it is now to communicate with your kids. Like the
Yes.
whole plot of the movie is the mom trying to figure out how to get to her kids without like knowing a cell phone or whatever, or without
Yeah.
having a cell phone. Um, and it's crazy because now that could have easily been solved in like 2 seconds.
Oh
The
yeah,
movie,
yeah.
the movie would be over.
I mean, he could have easily just picked up his phone, his house phone, and called 911, but it didn't work. But it's so crazy because you're absolutely right though. Like, and recently I've seen the newest Home Alone. It came out on Disney Plus like a year ago, with this amazing and talented kid. I fell asleep on it, so I need to finish it. but the whole time I'm like, this is kind of cool because it's modern now. It's now like, there's cell phones, and I didn't get to the part where where um the guy and girl go to steal back something that the kid took from their house. So I
Yeah.
don't even know how this is gonna work, but I'm sure it's got to make sense. But at the same time, for me, I'm just like, man, like I don't know if Home Alone could really happen like today, like
No,
truly
for
happen the
sure.
way it did in the 90s.
No, I feel like
Um,
people also have locations on their phones now, so like
yeah,
it could easily be like, yeah, okay, cool.
but most of those people have locations turned off, especially like Find My iPhone. Like when a customer or a client of mine just say I can't find my phone, or my laptop. I'm like, do you have Find My iPhone turned on? No, I never signed up for that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, it's lost. But going back to Christmas movies, I have a couple, but my all-time favorite and forever will be Edward Scissorhands. You
Oh,
know, it's such a gem to me because I remember I could still hear it. I remember like popping open the VHS. It had that plastic kind of like,
yeah.
feel of it, and being at my Aunt Lucille's and watching it over and over and over again. And
That's
that's
not
a movie that
one.
means a lot.
That's not one that people come up with too much. I like that you did that. I
Yeah.
feel like that and Batman Forever,
Yep.
with the
That's another
penguin
one.
and penguin and Catwoman. Yeah, dude, that is also considered a Christmas
Yes.
movie around these parts, man. I like that. I like that.
Thank
Not,
you.
yeah, very good, very good.
And let's not forget Die Hard.
Die Hard is the quintessential
It sure is.
holiday
It sure
movie.
is. For years and years,
Absolutely.
there's been a debate, but there's no debate. It's a Christmas movie.
Dude, huge shout out to Alan Rickman, RIP, dude. Alan
Yes.
Rickman's the
Yes.
best villain of all time, I feel.
Terrifying. Him and there's another one, Gary Oldman, just another
Gary
one that
Oldman,
terrified
yes.
me in the 90s. I mean, everyone for, our age would know him as Sirius Black from Harry Potter, but I know him from so many other movies, and of course Batman Begins is Jim Gordon, but I know him from other movies in the 90s and 80s that he's just terrifically great.
Yeah, he's
He's
an iconic.
he's a goat.
He was in
He's a goat.
Dracula. Yeah, he was.
He
He was in
was. That's
Dracula.
right.
Like
That's right.
he's definitely one of those actors that can portray quite literally anything. I just saw him in a movie on Monday Cinema Club, and he
Oh, come
played like
on.
this. He played this like random gangster, and he had like
Oh,
dreadlocks, and he was Rastafarian. It was the
whoa.
craziest thing, but you could totally see him playing it. Like it was
Mhm.
amazing. He could portray any role. Gary Oldman's a good one for sure.
He has no boundaries,
Yeah.
And let's I'm gonna do one more and then I'll let you do one as well. What about Richie Rich?
Rich.
I mean, yeah.
Is that considered a Christmas movie?
There's a Christmas scene in it.
I can't remember that scene, but I do love that movie. Another
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. I think there
I
is a
do
Christmas
remember that.
scene.
I don't know. I can't remember it. I'll have to double check on that. But Richie Rich
Yeah.
is always going to be one of my favorites. Another one that encompassed being a kid and having those dreams of like getting a limousine and having a
Oh,
McDonald's
yes.
in your own house.
100%.
So cool, man.
And just say a couple more off the top of my head. It's just Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way is a classic.
That's a classic.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of even like cartoons that were like Christmas. I mean, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Nightmare Before Christmas is really good. I don't know if anybody out there remembers Olive the Other Reindeer.
Oh,
This
yes.
is a children's book, but it was also a kind of like animated short movie on Fox, and it was directed by Matt Groening, who does
That's right.
The Simpsons. And it has a whole bunch of like 90s nostalgia, like REM, the lead singer of REM is in it. Drew Barrymore is Olive. It's a good 90s classic. If you guys don't know that, go and check it out. I think it's on YouTube. Olive the Other Reindeer. It's super sweet.
Man, that's
Check
a
it out,
huge
man.
throwback for me. No, it's been
Check
a
it out.
while. It's been quite a while.
It's a good one.
Yeah, Christmas, I guess we can move to like your memories of Christmas. Personally, Christmas was always fairly great, at my house and my mom's house and every year and everything. And the family would gather around and we'd have we go open presents on Christmas Eve, usually not on Christmas, but
Yeah.
just had a great meal and Always, good times because we'd see family and everything we don't normally see,
Yeah.
and things like that. But you know, tell me about your Christmas.
Oh, I think I would have to agree with you on that. I feel like, especially growing as I've grown older, it's really hard to see family
Hmm.
that you don't really get to see very often, just because we've all grown and have
Yeah.
our own kids and live our own lives. But yeah, I feel like back in the '90s, I feel like parents made it like a thing to like go and see family. And I'm not saying people don't do that now, but like I feel like I haven't gotten together with my family like that in a really long time. But that's basically what it was. Us
Yeah.
getting together. I'm half Salvadorian, so we always used to have a thing called panes de pavo, which is
Wow.
sandwiches of turkey meat or chicken, and
Mhm.
it's very traditionally Salvadorian. It has like vegetables in it, and a thing called ceviche, and not ceviche. Oh, well, I can't remember right now, but it's just super
Ceviche is
delicious.
good.
It's really messy too. But
Mhm.
yeah, we are Spanish as well, and it is tradition to open presents like right at midnight on
Wow.
Christmas Eve. So it was always really fun to just like stay up and like wait for that midnight to happen, and
Oh
then we would
yeah.
all fall asleep and just wake up on Christmas and be happy. It was a
Yeah.
good time being a '90s kid.
Hey, that's which, takes me back to such good memories about Christmas is like, receiving gifts, especially
Yeah.
as a child. I mean, as a child, you're not really concerned about anything but gifts on
Yeah,
Christmas. And
facts.
it's completely normal, by the way. Very,
Yeah.
very completely normal. But my question to you is, what was the greatest gift you ever received as a child?
Oh man.
Hmm.
So I don't really know. I can't really remember. I was been trying to think about that because I saw somebody posted on my Facebook that same question, like what was your favorite kind of memory of getting like a game system or something? But I feel like my
Yeah.
brothers always got the cool game systems.
Oh,
Uh, I was the only girl, so I would always get like either clothes or like a baby doll or something. It wasn't until like later on in life where I started getting cool things like, a cool basketball hoop or a trampoline or something. But as a kid, I just remember getting a lot of dolls, a lot of clothes that I didn't want. Um,
that's
but maybe that
terrible.
was me just being a bratty kid. I don't know. My brother's got like a
Yeah.
Sega Genesis. They got
Yeah.
like the cool things that are like sticky. What were those creepy crawler pressing things where
Oh, yeah.
they would make like creepy crawler
Wow.
minis? They got all
Yes.
this cool stuff, and I was such a tomboy, and I was like, God, I hate these stupid like dolls, whatever. But I'm
Oh,
here now,
man.
and I can buy whatever I want to. So,
That's right. That's
but I
right.
will. I mean, all that being said, though, I still had a great Christmas, and I did get to play with my
Yeah.
brother's stuff as well. So,
I, I,
what
re-
about
I
you?
rem-
Yeah, what
yes.
about you?
So I remember, back in, I think 97, 98, when I received the greatest, and really the start of my gaming life was probably with the Nintendo 64. It might have been I remember getting an SNES and I played
Yes,
Mario, but the Nintendo 64 in the late 90s
yes.
was what really brought me to who I am today as a gamer.
Did it
Uh,
come with GoldenEye? Is the real?
it came with GoldenEye and um, I think we went and got Zelda like a
Ooh,
month later after it released because it was like
two
a month or
great
two
ones right
after.
there. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
and it was that and Glover. Remember the glove?
Like the Nintendo one?
Yeah, it was a white glove, and you had to like do challenges. I didn't know how to
Yes.
play it. I could never beat it. Couldn't even get past the tutorial because I was like too young to understand how to do this. But But yeah, Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, and the you know, 007 GoldenEye were two of my favorites, and also Banjo Kazooie,
Iconic.
iconic,
Iconic,
literally,
dude. Banjo Kazooie
literally.
is one of my favorites.
And that was my favorite. I think my first memory, even honestly, of Christmas was getting that, and I mean, I could still remember flashes and bits about that day, or that time when opening. And it's you know it's really interesting because as a kid, we don't have money as kids. Like, we
Yeah.
just we can't just go buy things. And I guess it's going back to today, I take advantage of that, because I mean, I told you before, like, and you had just mentioned it too, how, like, when you want something, you just go buy it.
Yeah.
But there was such an appreciation and such um an impact of receiving things as a kid
Yeah.
that you yourself could never get as a
Yeah.
child. And it just, I don't know, I guess I guess we kind of need to be more. I mean, even though I'm very appreciative when I buy things myself, it's just not so sentimental as I buy something, I love it, but it's just not the same as receiving it from someone else as a kid.
Now that I think about it, I remember two gifts happening that were super iconic in mine and my brother's lives. It was a super soaker was one of them, getting one of those like intense, awesome super soakers. I definitely remember that
Oh
happening.
yes.
Again, I got to play. I didn't get these gifts. They were my brother's, but I
You
still
just took it from your brothers.
And secondly, we all got these. I don't know if you remember the Power Rangers toys that had the flip head.
Yes.
And you could
Yes.
flip them from their helmets to the actual characters. I remember getting the red one and the black one, and
That's what I got.
that was pretty cool, man. That was pretty cool for
That's
sure.
amazing.
Yeah,
That's
man.
amazing.
I definitely miss being excited for Christmas.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of just like a constant
Ugh.
anxiety of like, oh my God, I gotta get so much done, instead of just
like,
being a kid where like you don't have those thoughts. You're just like, yeah, Christmas is coming.
and I would like to sit down with a kid one day and ask, because, like, I wonder if Christmas is the same for them the way it was when we were kids. I mean, I live in a world today where I just buy everything and all, but like throughout the whole year. But let's say like the Oculuses, right? The Quest 2s are really, really big. All the kids want them, even though they shouldn't have them. They want them. They get them for Christmas. But I wonder, I guess it's been so long that I've sat there with a kid and watched them open presents. So hopefully this year I can do that. Hopefully I can sit down and observe a kid just open something that he truly wanted.
Right.
And because, like, I think it would really just hit me. It would hit me hard, just because I remember being that kid 20 plus years ago.
Dude, even I will say, even seeing my nieces get something and they're like, oh my, like just that initial look of, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And like just seeing them be happy for like just a second, like not a care in the world other than like what's happening is pretty cool, man. It's pretty cool for sure.
Well, I'll make it my goal to definitely do that this year. Just observe and appreciate, I guess. And yeah. So what exactly are you doing for this year for Christmas? What's going on?
I'm gonna be working at my other job on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
So that should be fun. I mean, we have a lot of good things. I think we have a holiday sweater party going on. And then on Christmas Eve, I'll probably just go and spend time with my one brother and have dinner with him and his family. And then on Christmas, I'll spend time with my other brother and spend time with my nieces over there. And I think they eat Chinese food and chill all day. So that's sounding like a great move.
That sounds like the best day ever compared to any Christmas I've ever had.
in general, I think it's going to be a pretty quiet week, and I'm just really grateful for this whole year being with you, man, and chilling with you.
Yeah.
And that's basically been my present all year, is just being able to be in your community and chill with you, man, and establish a friendship over this. It's been awesome.
Yeah, it's almost our 1 year anniversary coming up, and I don't know when. I gotta check, but it's probably
It's
March
fine. Well,
or April, if I had to imagine. But it's coming up,
it
and
is.
you know, it's so crazy how fate has intertwined our paths, and I'm very
Yeah.
appreciative and just so thankful that you're in my life. And
Thank you, man.
I'm thankful I have a VR buddy, because before I was alone.
Which we will be doing so much VR this week. I promise you, man.
Yeah.
Like, I
Oh,
have so
for
much
sure.
time. Please.
For sure. No, it's okay. You know, the last week was just insane and super, super crazy. And it's just, no, it's okay. It's okay. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to probably buy a new game, I'm sure, because
Yes.
Christmas sale should be happening tomorrow.
100%, dude.
But we're gonna have to go live in VR soon to kind of show people what we do. Like, you know, Denise and I love to go fishing together. We love to go
Yes.
putt golfing and you know, shooting each other in some other games, I'm sure, eventually. And it's
One can only
it's
hope.
absolutely and maybe maybe some of our people over here will get some MetaQuest 2s for Christmas, and they can join us.
I was just about to say, dude, if you guys have a MetaQuest out there, friend us
Yeah.
or message us on how to friend us, and we can all play together in virtual reality land.
You could be our one audience member in VR.
Don't you want to come?
I mean, that's appealing to me. I mean, if someone told me that, I'd be like, yeah, I'm down, you know?
Frank, what are you doing this week, man? What is your Christmas looking like? What's your Christmas Eve looking like?
You know, probably just go to my mom's and I imagine, and just go eat some food and just hang out with the family and whoever's gonna be there. And I'll probably bake a cheesecake, because I didn't bake a cheesecake for them for Thanksgiving. I should have. So bake a couple cheesecakes for different people today. And closer to Christmas, bake a few more. But no, not much. Just I think me and Vicky are gonna go see her parents, and then we're gonna go see mine, go see my dad. Not much, you know. Maybe even go to Waffle House, man.
Hey,
you know,
get crazy.
That's, man, that the Waffle House is like clubbing to me. You know. No, I don't even like the Waffle House, but I just go.
I'm okay with it. No judgments here, man.
Once or twice a year, I'll just go to the Waffle House, but it's usually on Christmas, you know, because I'm hungry, you know.
That's cool, man.
But yeah, you know, Christmas, guys. First of all, we really do want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and just an amazing New Year as well. Which you'll see us before the new year, but
Hopefully.
we do want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas, and hopefully you guys get what you asked Santa for, and hopefully you guys sit down and just enjoy every moment, because that's one thing we don't do enough, is just sit down and observe, you know, and also watch the best and the most amazing movies during this holiday. And one that I will be watching, you probably remember, it's with Brenda Song and someone else. They steal Santa's globe, and the weather, the crazy weather starts happening.
I can't remember the name of that for the life of me right now, but I know exactly.
It just hit me. So that's the one that I'm gonna watch tonight. Okay, and it's probably on Disney Plus. But it's pretty cool. And by the way, let me just say that Santa, the guy who plays Santa, if you go look on his IMDb, he's done nothing but be Santa since then in multiple movies, Hallmark, everything.
I just want to say that's a great gig.
Yes.
There will never be a time where Santa won't be being fat and just like having a big beard like that. Great. We got
and
you.
I mean, it was so cool because I went to see what he was doing just the other day, and I was like, "Wow!" It says Santa, and you know that movie was 2000 or 2001. That was a long time ago, you know, and he's still so he's like he should be officiated as the Santa of Hollywood. I think so, you know.
That makes me so happy that there is just one person out there who's just been Santa his whole life.
And
I think
getting
that's awesome,
paid.
man. That's Nah, man, it's definitely been a year, Frack, and I feel like we've unfortunately had to talk about so many stars' deaths and stuff that, you know, this
Yeah.
holiday season really makes me grateful to just be here, man. That's
Yeah.
really all. If mental health is a huge thing, and if anyone
Definitely.
out there is struggling, man, just reach out to either one of us. I know
Yeah.
we're always online and stuff. We're
Yeah.
happy to talk and help, and but yeah, man, just being super grateful this year for life and living, and life is good, y'all. There's worse things that could happen, you know.
Yes, most definitely. And you know, I always say you have to find reasoning. You have to find reasoning for everything. Every, you know, thought or decision you want to make. There, you know, always find reasoning in what you do, and just, you know, like I tell people all the time, you know, take it day by day. You know, and it's so hard, even for me. Like I have a hard time mental health for my mental health a lot.
Thing.
I struggle with it, and I don't really talk about it. I don't ever talk about it to people, but you know, I need to. I guess, you know, I should, because one, whenever I do speak about it to someone, you know, I feel better.
Yeah.
You know, I find sense in the things that are going on in my head, and I find meaning, and also get a different direction of
Yeah.
another outlook.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, you know, it's a holiday season. We're gonna go in this thing and just celebrate, you know, being on this earth and just being with you guys every week, and just you know, we're like the old man once said, we're one big happy family.
Yeah, man. For
And
reals.
the old
It's
man is, you know, the old man's Barney, by the way, not something else. Yeah, I'm just, yeah, I call him old man because he's officially old. He went from purple to like light purple to like pinkish purple to I don't know if he's green yet, but you know.
Nah, dude. It's been a good time though, and it's been a good year. Yeah, honestly can't wait for next year. And yeah, like you said, we'll see everybody here in maybe next week. Maybe we can next week
Yeah,
before the year ends, we can do
we'll
one
do a
last
check-in.
hurrah.
If not, we'll do like a Instagram live as well.
Yeah, that's
We do an Instagram live as well, just to
can definitely do it.
kind of say hey to our people. And
Down for it.
but yeah, guys, this is episode 28. This is the Frack and Friend show. It's crazy. It's here. We might even hit 30 in the next 11 days. We're gonna see.
Hopefully.
Probably not, but it's okay, because there's a whole next year coming that Denise once talked about, 2023. And yeah, you guys have an amazing Christmas. Open up lots of gifts. Eat a lot of ham, or you
Yes.
know, sandwiches, whatever you're eating. And
Chinese food.
and Chinese food, and you know, birria, you know, tacos, whatever. Yeah. All right, guys. This is the Frack and Friend Show, episode
Love you.
28. We'll see you guys. We love you. See you next week.
Bye.